Praise 107.9. My hallelujah. You deserve it. That's J.J. Hairston. It's a Saturday morning, and it is amazing to be able to be here with you. Oh, look at that. I got to let him finish that. Oh, man, I got to go get the CD now. I'm upset. That ended anyway. All right, boy. Don't you like being in church sometimes when the song is over, but they don't let it go because you be in that moment and you be like, I don't know what it hit. I don't know what you're going through. I don't even know what you're thinking about. Like, I think sometimes we forget that no matter who you are, there are parts of you that when you think about it, it makes you want to cry. It makes you want to, like, I wish this would have been different. And sometimes those times when God brought you out of something and you know you didn't deserve it, it's just so amazing when you think back over those times that he did do something for you. I mean, what about the times when you did something you could have got caught? What about those times when you did something you could have got caught and you could have been embarrassing to your family, embarrassing to the people who love and trust and believe in you, but yet God, he gave you grace anyway. He didn't let that cuss word slip out your mouth while you was on stage. Huh? In the church. You know what I'm talking about. I got to go to the phone line. Y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. Let's put our hands together, and it's football season, and I couldn't do it without you. Jacksonville's playing Chicago this weekend, and we got our good friend Natasha on the line. She's always quoting it. Now, got some good news for you. Guess what, Tasha?
What's that?
You got it right last time. You guessed it right. So, what are you going to do today? So, Jacksonville goes on. They're going to be Chicago Bear. How they going to do? How's it going to work out? What's it going to be? What's going on? How them Jaguars going to do today? Do tomorrow?
Well, yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, of course, the last time that we did see Jacksonville, it was a couple of weeks ago in London. They got their first win, divisional defeat over the Colts. So surely they should be able to handle the Bears in Chicago, right? I mean, they're coming off of a bye. They had an extra week to prepare. They got another week of film on the Bears as well because they played where even though Jacksonville didn't. So that's another week of preparation as well and seeing them play. Now, the Bears coming to this game, they have an undermanned secondary. So come on, Bortles, take advantage of that. You look good in London, so continue to build on that. Connect with Hearns, Robinson, Thomas, and Lewis. I think that this is also the week that we'll finally get to see a big game from the offseason acquisition, Chris Ivory. It's long overdue, and I think that this matchup will be one that's more favorable for him, so I expect him and Yeldon to be able to complement each other and have some good balance in the running game, too. Now, Jacksonville has to be careful, though, of Brian Hoyer as he's improving weekly. But the advantage is they played Brian Hoyer before because he was the quarterback in Houston last year. But they have to be careful. He's building chemistry with Meredith out of Illinois State. Mm-hmm. Howard is playing outstanding as a rookie, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry. So they have to be careful of that. Of course, the head coach of the Bears, John Fox, his philosophy is to run the ball and to dominate the line of scrimmage. I mean, he did that way back in his Carolina days. Look what he did with Stephen Davis, the running back there. So That's always been his philosophy. So I'm a little bit concerned, though. Jacksonville, no Tashawn Gibson practicing this week, nor Fowler. And Akeem Hicks of the Bears, he's arrived. I mean, he's getting sacks. He's stopping the run. But I think that the Jags offensive coordinator, Greg Olson, actually has like a plan for them. I expect maybe some double team. And, again, the extra week is going to help, and the extra week of film with them playing last week. But that's the outlying factor here. They're having that extra week to prepare, and Chicago has the depleted secondary, no Trevathan. So I like the Jags in a close one on the road for this game.
All right, good one. All right, and what about my Dallas Cowboys? What are they going to be doing? They're playing Green Bay. Dak Prescott's still going to be starting with Tony Romo getting better.
Right. Well, this is the thing about this is actually one that's on my radar for potential upset. The only thing that really concerns me, of course, Dak has played really, really good football. This is a Dom Capers defensive coordinated Green Bay plan that, Dom Capers is the defensive coordinator, and he's tough. I know he's going to throw the kitchen sink at Dak, especially because Dak's been playing impressive football. Where Dallas can win, though, okay, this is the kicker. If y'all listen to me, this is where Dallas will be successful. Mm-hmm. All right, Green Bay has stopped the run. Green Bay has only allowed 43 yards per game from a running back. Only 43 rushing yards. You saw what they did to AP. But their weakness is pass passing. So the secondary is a little bit weak. I think if Dak connects with Jason Witten very early, very often, because the run game last week against Cincinnati, gashing them like you did with Zeke and stuff, it's going to be a little bit harder. It's a little bit more of a challenge with the run defense that's only allowing 43 yards. But, again, expose that weakness with Green Bay's secondary. Terrence Williams, he's still trying to make up for the week one blunder with not getting out of bounds. So he still kind of owes Dallas, and he's still trying to play catch-up with that. And I think that Terrence Williams wants to be very involved, and I think he will do some makeup as well, especially because we don't know what's going on with Dez. I mean, I think Dez is still a little bit emotionally distraught with the last time they were in Green Bay, that playoff game.
Yes.
But I really think that that if Dak, this will be kind of like Dak's claim to fame here, be able to pick that secondary apart, and this might even be a shootout. Because we know what Aaron Rodgers is capable of as well. And, of course, no Scandrick. So, I think Green Bay is going to try to air it out too. But Green Bay has a great defensive line, but I give Dallas a little bit more of the advantage because your offensive line is very, very intact. So advantage Cowboys on that one. But I think if Dak throws the ball, airs it out, picks on that secondary, get more into like the higher 250, 300-yard passing.
Yes.
This is the matchup to do it because, again, that's Green Bay's weakness. So take advantage, and I think that Dallas will be fine on the road if they do that. All
right. Well, so what's your upset pick of the week?
Well, other than that one, I have a huge outlier here, a huge one. It's another road team, and we won't see this game until Monday night. But I actually like the Jets on the road this week going to Arizona. Carson Palmer, of course, is the quarterback. He's turnover-prone. Perhaps Darrelle Revis, who's been disrespected all season, he hasn't been much of a factor this season. I think that that Carson Palmer is the quarterback that'll give him a chance to redeem himself a little bit. Larry Fitzgerald isn't really a speedy receiver, but he's a great catcher. He's dominant in size. He jumps higher, and that doesn't intimidate Revis at all. So also on the other side of the ball, the matchup between Brandon Marshall and Patrick Peterson. Now, Peterson is known for giving up big plays. So I give the advantage to the Jets as well, with Marshall he'll probably be able to go off. I also like the Jets front seven on this. They're very aggressive. They've been playing pretty decent as well. And their offensive line has been solid, hence the early success this season for Matt Forte. Plus Bruce Arians, the way he has his defense playing, the Cardinals, they do a lot of nickel defense there. So Forte will have an advantage there. He should have a good game. You saw what LeGarrette Blount did to the Cardinals. He gashed them because of that nickel defense. So the struggle for the Jets this year has been a lot with Revis early in the season, and Ryan Fitzpatrick has been picked off 10 times. But last week in Pittsburgh, no interceptions from Fitzpatrick, so I think that's a confidence builder. So he could go maybe a consecutive game. Like, you want to build on it. Okay, I had no interceptions last week. Let me try that again this week. And I think that maybe for a consecutive game he won't be picked off. And just one other tip as well about Fitzpatrick. He's from Gilbert, Arizona. So this will kind of be like a little bit of a home game for him. He'll have some fans, family cheering him on. And with no Decker, I expect for him to connect a lot with Safarian Jenkins, the former tight end with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He got a DUI earlier this year. They cut him. Now he's with the Jets. There's no film really circulating with him in the Jets, so I expect maybe he'll have a big game because the Arizona wasn't really able to prepare for him. Again, he hasn't had a lot of footage with the Jets, so I look for them on the road. Also, I'm looking at your Cowboys too as another factor.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, we'll see next week if you got it right again. And this is Latasha, y'all. And what's your book that you author, and how can people get in contact with you? And I get a lot of calls about you. They say, "Oh my gosh, she's a woman and she knows the sport so well." I'm like, there's a lot of women love football. They love it. Okay, go ahead.
That's awesome to hear. That's the thing. We want to cause a movement here, so thank you for asking. My book is entitled When Football Season Turns You Into His Side Chick, The Ultimate Survival Guide for Relationships and Households During Football Season, available on CreateSpace.com and Amazon.com. And I can be reached at she_SPN, again, at she_SPN on Twitter and IG, and Latasha Joan Madden Miles on Facebook. The fact that you bring that up and the weather's starting to get change up here in North Carolina, so I would love to come on down there to Jacksonville, down there with y'all's conditions with the weather, with you all rebounding from the hurricane. So maybe we can work on that around November.
Okay, well, maybe one of these Saturdays you'll come and hang out with me, so I'd like to have that.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you for your time, okay?
Oh, Happy belated birthday to you also.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. We've got more of your favorite music on the way, so you stick around for them. We got one more song, and I got my closing thought for today. I want to encourage somebody before I get out of here. I'm AJ, and this is Praise 107.9.
The new Praise 107.9. The ultimate gospel experience. The ultimate gospel experience.
Don't miss the Edward Waters College Homecoming Celebration 2016 on Saturday, October 15th.